Hello, class. Want to welcome you once again to today's hands-on skills using Packet Tracer. And in today's class, we are going to be focusing on how to create VLANs and how to assign ports to VLANs, right? From the topology you can see here by the right-hand side, it gives us a topology we can work with. And by the left-hand side, we have the step-by-step details or instructions that we will follow in order to achieve that. You can see the addressing tape here by the left. For each PC, you see the IP address, the subnet mask, and the VLAN that they belong to. All right, so we're going to be using them in a jiffy. Now, the objectives, we have three objectives, three parts. Verify default VLAN configurations, configure VLANs, and assign ports to VLAN. While we do it, you'll take note of our completion status here as we do it, okay? At the end, we should have like 100% completion. Now, the background is to group, it says VLAN are helpful in the administration of logical groups, allowing members of a group to be easily moved, changed, or added. So this activity focuses on creating and naming VLANs and assigning access ports to specific VLANs. Okay, we can make the ports either trunk or access port. For today's class, we're going to be putting it in access ports. And then in the next class, we're going to be making it trunk. Okay, now part 1 says we should view the default configuration of VLAN. So as the switch comes in, let us see what information is there. It says on switch 1, issue the command that displays all the VLAN configured. By default, all interfaces are assigned to VLAN 1. So let me check the switch here. Press enter. I type enable. From user mode takes me to privilege mode. Then I say show VLAN. If I use the command show VLAN, it will give me the VLAN. You see, this is VLAN 1, and it is the default VLAN. And then I can see that all the ports in this switch are attached to that VLAN 1, which is the default VLAN. Invariably, what we are saying is that all the ports are within the same logical group. Okay. If I come to this switch also, say enable, to take me to privilege mode, and I say show VLAN, the same thing I'm going to see. I'm going to see that all the ports are assigned to VLAN 1, and you see by default. So if I go to the third switch, which is switch 3 here, then I enable, then show VLAN. Okay, see that all the ports are assigned to VLAN 1. Okay, so basically, all the ports are assigned. Invariably, all the PCs can ping. So to tell us that you are in the same VLAN. So PC1, this is PC1, PC2, PC3. Okay, so let's see a ping between PC1 and PC2. PC2 has an IP address of 172.170.20.22. Okay, so let me come to here. Ping 172.17.20.22, right? So I'm trying to reach out this, but I'm having a timeout, okay? I'm having a timeout. Why? Because the IP address of this guy, even though we are on the same switch, is not sitting on the same network with PC1. But observe something. I'm going to check who has the same IP address within PC1. You see, if I come to this PC here, PC4 here, you see it also has 172.170.10.4. You see, this guy has 20.22. So this guy is on the same network with 20.25. So let us ping PC1 should be able to reach PC4. Okay? So PC4 says what? Ping 172.17.10.4. 20.24. We should get a reply. Voila, see, we have a reply. We have a reply, so which means PC1 can actually reach PC4, even though they are on the same switch like this, okay? They are on the same VLAN. You understand? They are all in VLAN 1, but the IP setup is not the same. So because it's not the same, they cannot reach each other, okay? The same thing goes PC2 and PC5. If you see the IPs, they can reach each other. If you see PC3 and PC6, 172.170.30.23, this is 30.26, so they can reach each other. Let me even run a ping. Let's see. Right, so let me ping 172.170.30.26. See, so I can get a reply because they are all on the same network. Okay, so that is what we have here. Now, let's do our VLAN configurations. How do we create VLANs? Very, very simple. We're going to create VLANs on the switch. So VLAN 10. How do you create? Just say VLAN 10 and you give it a name. Okay. So on which of the switch? Switch 1. Where is switch 1? This is switch 1. So switch 1, I'll say configure terminal. I'll say VLAN 10. Name is what? Faculty/staff. Okay, that's all. I finished creating the VLAN. So I'm supposed to do the same thing for VLAN 20, VLAN 30, VLAN 99, and this. So I can just create them on a notepad. Are you with me? Let me come to my notepad here. Okay. And then I'm supposed to create the VLANs here. So let me create so that it will be easy for me. We have created VLAN 10. So I can say VLAN 20. Then name should be what? Students. All right. I can exit. The next one, VLAN 30. Name should be what? Yes, but let me just copy like this to make it easy. All right, name should be like this. Then next one, VLAN 99. Name should be what? Management native. You see. It's the next one, VLAN 150. Name should be what? Voice. So you see. So all I just need to do to make it faster, I can just copy here. Then come to, we're on switch 1, right? We have already done VLAN 1. Then just paste. You see, I'm done. You understand? Now, it says we should verify the configuration. So if I come, where's VLAN switch 1? If I come, exit, I say show VLAN. You see, we have created VLAN 10, but no port is added to it. And you see, VLAN 10, no port is added. We have created VLAN 20. Did we give it a name? Oh, we didn't give it a name. VLAN 20 is supposed to be students. Let me see. What did I type? Right? VLAN 20. I'll see the name here. Uh-oh, I put a column. All right, I'm not supposed to put column. So let me just correct this so that we'll be good to go. Okay, let me just say figure terminal. I can just paste it like this. Right, so if I say show VLAN, good. So you see, I have my VLAN 10. I have my VLAN 20. I have my VLAN 30. I have my VLAN 99 and my VLAN voice. But you see, there's no port that is connected to any of these VLANs. Okay, so let's follow the instructions. Okay, step 3 says create the same VLANs on switch 2 and switch 3. So to make my work faster, I just come in here. All right, so it's only VLAN 10 that I've not created. VLAN 10, name should be what? What did we say VLAN 10 is? Faculty/staff. Okay. Name should be faculty/staff. So I just copy here. And then I come to, this is switch 2. This is switch 2. Go to my configure terminal. And then I paste. I've finished creating it on switch 2. See, very fast. You go to switch 3, the same thing. Go to your configure terminal. You just paste it. Voila. You have finished creating it on switch 3. You understand? So we can verify it also here on switch 3. If I say show VLAN, can you see the VLANs have all been created? There are no ports that are assigned to it. Okay. Very, very straightforward and simple. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to assign VLANs to ports. Okay. And the steps are very simple. All you just need to do, first of all, you need to enter into that interface, the interface you wish to assign to the VLAN, enter that interface. Then the next thing you need to do is you convert that interface port to mode access. You know, you can do it to access or trunk. Okay, if it is trunk, you are configuring that port to be a trunk link. But since we're doing VLANs, we have to make it an access port. Okay, then the next thing you do now, then you now use the command switch port access VLAN, then you give the VLAN number. That is exactly what we have here. Okay, so on switch 2, we're supposed to create this. Okay, so let me come back to my switch. This is the switch, right? Exit here. So I'm in my global mode. I will say interface fast Ethernet 0/11. I enter the interface. I convert the interface to access port. Switch port mode access. The next thing is that I assign that port to a VLAN. So switch port access VLAN 10, right? So I'm done. I've assigned it. So if I'm supposed to do it for port 18 and port 6, assign port 18 to VLAN 20 and port 6 to VLAN 30. I can just come to my notepad, do the same thing, make it faster for me. I'll say interface fast Ethernet 0/18, switch port mode access. Then the next command, switch port access VLAN what? 20. Then I exit. Then I go the next one, interface fast Ethernet 0/6. Then switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN what? 30. Exits. So can just copy it like this. You're supposed to do it in the router. I'm only using the notepad to show you as if you have multiple, the same configuration you want to do in multiple switches or multiple devices, that's where the notepad comes into play. Okay, but on a normal day, you're supposed to do it on the switch. All right, so here, if I copy here and I paste, right? So I have assigned it. I can even verify. Okay, I can see show VLAN. All right, so you can see port 6 is added to VLAN 30. Port 18 is added to VLAN 20. Port 11 is added to VLAN 10. All right, so they said we should do the same thing on switch 3. So since it's the same thing, I just come to my notepad and do the same thing. Okay. It says port 11, right? I'll say interface fast Ethernet 0/11 switch port mode access. All right. Switch port access VLAN what? 10. Now, what is the issue when you are using Notepad? You have to make sure that your commands that you are typing are correct. If you are making mistake in your commands, then you are going to have a lot of errors. And instead of saving time to make your work faster, your work is going to be slower. So you have to be sure of your commands, okay? So I just come to switch 3 here, configure terminal, and then I just paste it. Voila. So I've created it, okay? The next thing I just do is show VLAN, okay? So you'll see that port 6 is on 30, port 18 is on 20, and port 11 is on 10. Good. All right. Then the last thing we're supposed to do is configure voice. We're supposed to assign the voice VLAN to fast Ethernet switch 3. So you see, as shown in the topology, switch 3 fast Ethernet 011 interface connects to a Cisco iPhone and PC4. Okay. The IP phone contains an integrated 3-port 10 by 100 switch. One port of the phone is labeled switch and connects to fast Ethernet 04. Another port on the phone is labeled C and connects to PC4. The IP phone also has an internal port that connects to the IP phone functions. So the switch 3 fast Ethernet 011 interface must be configured to support user traffic to PC4 using VLAN 10 and voice traffic to the IP phone using VLAN 150. The interface must be enabled for QoS. QoS means quality of service. Must enable quality of service, trust in the class of service. And trust in the class of service. COS is class of service. So that is what we want to do. So you have to go back to the interface, the switch, which is switch 3. This is our switch 3. And then we now go to our global mode. Then interface fast Ethernet 0/11, which is the interface where the device is connected. Then I say MLS, quality of service, trust, MLS, QoS, trust, COS. Press enter, switch port, voice, VLAN 150. That is all. All right, so let us check our completion. Our completion is 100%. We can check our results here. Items, so you see, we have gotten everything here correct. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing you in the next class where we'll be talking about configuring trunk links. Don't forget to click subscribe so that you'll be able to get notification when I send that particular video. Have a lovely day. Thank you.